Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle. I am almost 50 and this channel is going to be talking about everything about life in the middle and perimenopause and menopause and careers and family and aging parents and all that stuff on this channel because I just don't think there's enough women out there talking about it. Definitely more in the last few years than there has been. Yay for that, especially on perimenopause and menopause and everything, because I've been following those ladies and learning a lot myself. But I just don't think there's a lot of voices from Gen X. Me, probably, I guess I'm on the younger side of Gen X. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so that's what this channel is all about. I just wanted to, I don't know, like share what I know, and hopefully you'll learn from it or get some tidbits from it. I really do hope. Today, what I want to talk about is my career journey because 2026 has been really interesting for me. I've been in my own consulting business for 15 years. We moved from southern Wisconsin to the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul back in 2011. And I was working for my company for about 8 years at that time. And so when we moved, I thought I was just going to have to find another job. And they're like, oh, hey, you can stay on. And then they said, my boss at the time said, actually, why don't you stay on, but stay on as a consultant because we don't want to pay Minnesota employee state tax, which was probably not a legal thing to do. But anyway, and I said, no, I don't want to become a consultant. It was not in my plan to become a consultant. Starting my own business, I had no idea. I just wanted to get another 8 to 5 typical career job. And he's like, no, I really think you can do this and you get more clients. So he pushed me into doing it, and I'm really glad that he did. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us, but what a great guy. So I started my consultancy business, and I did communications mostly, public relations, media relations, writing press releases, reaching out to the media, marketing, obviously email marketing, digital marketing, and then I got into social media marketing because I can write. That was all you needed to do to get into social media, but today it's so much more, content creator and all that. So yeah, I've been doing that, I guess, for about 15 years, and clients have come and gone, but I've always had that big client. I've actually always kept them this whole time, these last 15 years, except this last December, they said, we're going to move into another direction. We're going to bring it in-house. Probably a money-saving move. I mean, who knows? And yeah, I was let go from that big client. I still have other clients, but they were my biggest one, kind of the one that took up the most time. So I have a little more freedom, which hence I can do this YouTube channel. So that's kind of great. But it's left me with some free time and left me with some questions. And what do I want to do? And so that's been on my mind. And also, how do I want to do it? Like, what does the next stage of my career look like? I'm going to be 50 in December, so not that far away. Am I where I thought I wanted to be or where I was going to be when I reached this point? Honestly, no. Because like I said, I never thought I was going to start a consultancy business and run my own gig. So yeah, I really thought that I was going to climb the ranks, climb the corporate ladder, so to speak, and become a VP. I don't know. VP was my floor. This was 20 years ago. There definitely was a glass ceiling and my head hit it hard. Hopefully that's not the same today, but being a president of something was never anything that was in my, that was just never in my existence for me. Vice president was for whatever reason, but what does that look like today, as I'm navigating this? And so one of the things I've always wanted to do was teach. And I guess, again, maybe that's why I'm starting this YouTube channel. I love sharing wisdom and teaching, but to teach, I mean, I just have a bachelor's degree. To teach, especially at a college level, you need a master's. And so I went and talked with my alumni college, which is not that far away from where I live. And I was like, hey, you guys have any openings in communications, where I could maybe be an adjunct professor and teach, and maybe then get my master's as I'm doing this. So teaching and getting my master's at the same time. And, they didn't have any openings, but I was like, I probably should try and pursue this, like if this is something that I truly want to do. So that's where I was left at, was pursuing this master's degree. Okay, I have this microphone now. If this is going to be any better, is this going to be distracting? I don't know. So we were talking about my master's degree dilemma, and as an almost 50-year-old, do I go back to school and spend thousands of dollars on a master's degree? And where I'm going, actually, it's not even that bad for a master's degree. The gal said I could have it done in a year if I wanted to. That would probably mean taking 4 classes a time. I don't see that happening because I still have other clients. It's not like I have free time. So those are my thoughts. That's where I'm at. This is where I'm living, is, do I go back to school for a master's degree? Is that going to then get me a teaching job that I ultimately want? I'm not getting a master's degree so I can like work for some company and climb up higher on a ladder or something. That's not really my jam anymore. When you work for yourself versus working for a corporation, it's quite different. I'm quite spoiled now with having my own time and my own life, and just being able to do anything that I want to do, given in certain parameters. If you guys want to learn more about owning your own business and what it's truly like versus the bullshit that you hear on social media, we can certainly talk about that more too. But yeah, so I'm not sure what to do. So if anyone has, gone back to school and got a higher education degree beyond their bachelor's later in life, I would love to hear about it. If you would do it again, would you recommend it? How long did it take you to do it? My sister-in-law had to go back to school and get her RN degree in order to even keep her job. She worked for a Mayo Clinic branch. And so it took her, I think, 4 or 5 years to work off that degree because she was working full-time as a nurse. And so it took her a long time. And I certainly do not want that to happen with me. Although I do think that this master's, in business administration, this MBA program is less intense than her RN program. So maybe that's why you can do 4 classes at a time and knock it out in a year. And also there's the money. This class or this program is at a University of Wisconsin school, and, it's not that expensive, but it's still thousands of dollars. And is that, a debt that I really want to take on at this time as well, given everything else going on. So yeah, there's just a lot happening when you try and navigate life and career, right? Behind me are my Mickey Mouse. I have a small Mickey Mouse collection. I also have some Mickey Mouse ears nearby. I went to Epcot in January and also went on a Disney cruise in January. So I got some ears. This is actually an older style for the Grand Floridian Hotel by Loungefly. You can see that. I love that. I just love the blue. And then I did book another cruise in September. It's a Halloween cruise. Halloween is not like, Christmas is my favorite holiday. That's what I decorate. That's what I get dressed up for. Christmas is my jam. But Halloween is just a fun one. And Disney was actually having a sale on this Halloween cruise. And so I went on Poshmark and got these Halloween ears for the Halloween cruise I'm going on this fall. And I'm not even going on it with my husband. He's not an avid cruiser. He is, he tolerates it. He enjoys it, with me and everything, but it's not necessarily his jam. So I'm actually going on it with a good friend of mine who is my travel agent as well. She was my friend before she became a travel agent. And so she, of course, jumps at any chance to go on a cruise or do anything. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's just a quick cruise on Disney out of the Port Canaveral, going to their private island and going to Nassau, Bahamas, of which I am not getting off the ship at Nassau. When we took our cruise back in January, we didn't get off the ship back in January either. And I would say probably 60% of the ship did not get off at Nassau back in January, which surprised me. I've been to Nassau several times, and every time we go, it's more and more people staying on the ship. Because it's not worth it getting off. Unless you have kids and you want to go to Atlantis or whatever, then by all means. But yeah, if you want to go explore downtown, peace be with you. Best of luck if you want to try that. Anyway, so yeah, that's why my nickname is actually Mickey. I've had that nickname since I was born. My parents gave it to me, so I've always kind of have an affinity for Mickey. I'm not a huge Disney person, but because I've always had that nickname, that's where that's where that's from. So yeah, so this is just a quick video introducing myself. If you are in the similar age as me or similar path and career or decisions, or you also have aging parents and a husband, and I don't have kids. That's the only thing. This is not going to be a mom channel. No mom stuff. None of that. So yeah, I have a cat. The cat might join on the channel. You never know. So yeah, come join, subscribe. Love to see you. Love to have you.